Welcome to Somerset Weekly Wrap-Up for the week of August 10th to August 16th. Water and Sewer Commission Chair Steve Carteret said he wants the Commission to consider doing a rate study that would look at how much water and sewer rates would be for the town in the future in order to pay for capital projects and operations of the plants. He said a consultant could look at how much the rates have to be increased to pay for a major renovation project that is expected for the sewer plant as well as other capital projects. Carteret said the consultant could also look at other funding sources besides the ratepayers for those capital projects. The Commission would ask the consultant to do a projection of rates to pay for capital projects and operations over a certain time period. Carteret said a similar study was recently done in Falmouth, where he works. He said the rates for particular years would depend on when certain capital projects would be done. Carteret said the Commission can watch a presentation on how a rate study is done before going out for a request for qualifications for the work. Water and Sewer Superintendent Paul Sylvia said he has received multiple complaints about the turbidity of the water recently. Sylvia said this is the worst time of the year for such complaints because the water department is doing a lot of flushing of the system while residents are also using more water than they do during other times of the year. He said a lot of the problem relates to pipes being old. He said the turbidity of the water will get better as pipes are replaced, which the water department is working on. The selectmen recently approved of $1 million in ARPA money that the department will use for replacement of 2-inch mains on 12 streets in town. Sylvia said the water department is addressing the turbidity. He said a study is being done that will show how difficult it is to remove components from pipes that cause turbidity. He said the water department is going to be comparing raw water that comes into the plant from the reservoir with water that leaves the plant after being treated. He said the water department has signed a contract for designs to rebuild 3 clarifiers that will improve the quality of the water. He also said a TTHM mitigation project has also been successful. Carteret said the TTHM levels have only been accepted limits in 2 areas of town, not the whole town. A half-marathon race has been proposed for Somerset. Robert Gaw proposed the 13.1-mile race to go along with the Economic Development Committee's Barbecue Fest that is slated for July of next year. There was discussion about using the event to raise money for the Superhero Alex Foundation that will be providing financial and emotional support to families of children with serious illnesses. Goss said the event would be a way to show people the beauty of Somerset, expose them to the businesses in town, and bring more people to the Barbecue Fest. The Board of Health last Thursday voted to give its approval with a few conditions to the Planning Board for a definitive subdivision plan related to the Prysmian submarine cable manufacturing plant proposal. The board also voted that the lot can be used for building without injury to public health. The conditions, which were requested by Board of Health Chair Alan Smith, included reports being submitted to the Board of Health about the cleaning and maintenance of catch basins and the sewer system for the project, copies of U.S. Environmental Protection Agency reports related to the project being submitted to the Board of Health, and the Board of Health receiving letters of approval from the town's water and sewer departments. The subdivision proposal includes a 1,800-foot private roadway to access the proposed Prysmian plant, which would be on 46.55 acres of the 284-acre parcel. Small banners that identify sections of Somerset and their history are being put up on poles around town. Along County Street, they are putting up banners that have a drawing of the old ironworks building on Main Street from a map in 1887. The banners that have been put up in the Slade's Ferry area of town have a background design of the old Brightman Street Bridge. The banners that have been put up in the Brayton Point area of Somerset have a design made by resident Chuck Boucher, who captured a boat on the water. The Economic Development Committee is having the banners put up as a way to beautify the town. In sports, the Wildcats on Sunday beat the Bay State Blitz in the Jackson Memorial Softball Tournament at the Peter Cabral Softball Complex to win its 5th tournament of the summer. The players on the softball team for girls who are 16 years old and under include Ava Amaral, Mackenzie Jacob, Gabriella Nugent, Briar Stevens, Mia Jacob, Jillian Reese, Lillian Brisson, Caitlin McCrae, Janasia Green, Rachel Silva, and Lakeen Jacob. The head coach was Kevin Jacob, and his assistant coaches included Rafaela Nugent, Daniela Taylor, Rob Reese, and Brian Jacob. Thank you for watching Somerset Weekly Wrap-Up. We will see you next week with news from around Somerset.